How you going, guys? I just thought I'd do a quick wee intro on just what's been happening this week. So you can get a bit more of an idea, because I'm just trying to sort of a slightly new style of video. I've done a lot of footage. It's probably about 4 or 5 hours of footage in this video, but it's all shrunk down, speeded up in places, and whatever. So I'll sort of give you a brief update of what we've been doing this week and what these last few days and what we've done. So you get a bit more of an idea what's happening, and then you can see what we've done to repair them. Alrighty, I'll just quickly flip the camera around and I'll show you. Righty, so I finished this back door. We put the 2 patches in there and repaired the inner structure, all those bits in there. We had a surprise. That's the right front door, or the driver's door, that we put the big patch in there a while ago. We had another look at that, and we noticed there was some little bubbles on the inside of the panel. So we cut that off, repaired that, which you'll see in the videos. I hadn't given this a final clean up and tidy up from just all the welds and bits and pieces. There was still a little few bits and pieces that hadn't been done. We were done a little bit of titivation, I suppose you would call it. So we've done that. We were hoping to get this all on today and welded in and cleaned up, but we never got there. We just had a bit of a lazy day because it's Sunday here. So we came out here sort of last thing this evening, and we've got it all tacked on, fitting nicely, clamped up, ready for me to do all the final welding tomorrow and clean it up and dress it up. The only thing we will have to do is we're ordering another inner, because just as you'll see in the videos, what might have been in the last one, this is quite badly pitted and whatever, and we decided that it's probably just going to be easier to replace it than try and rebuild it and remake it. Just one of those panels. It's just, there's so many twists and turns and kinks and corners in it, it's just going to be easier to get another panel. So apart from that, the car will be finished for metal work, and then now that we're sort of getting into these lower levels of lockdown here in New Zealand, hopefully we'll be in level 2 in the next week or so. We'll be actually better get the front end stripped off, get all the paint off it, sort of finish cleaning all the doors up, clean the door jambs, and we'll better get into skimmer filler or high build or whatever, and get this thing looking sweet. It's going to be painted from here down. Probably the holes of the doors will be painted because they got lift out frames, so body will be painted from here down. Not sure about the back guards yet, we may not paint them, but yeah, they're all ready to go. Alright, cheers. so I got this corner on now, as you're probably just seeing. So what I'm doing now is I'm just checking across the bottom, make sure I've got plenty of clearance here. I don't need to shave down that inner piece. I was saying along here, just to make sure it's not too sticking out too much or anything like that, just in case I need to shave a little sneak off. I might just take a touch off this edge, but it's pretty good. The same here, just hold it against the bottom of the door. Make sure I've got plenty of clearance. I want to bend the skin over, it's not going to push it out too far. So I might just take a wee whisker off that too, just to, it's not bad, but just give it a little bit extra clearance there. Alright guys, cheers. Right, so you just see me roughly make that. Not dead perfect yet. So, put that on there like that. Slightly oversized, so I can just trim it up and get it to fit dead on. So as you can see, it's sticking way up there too far, so I'll just slowly trim it back until I get it sitting nice and tight. Righty, cheers. Righty, so I got these two pieces made, ready to fit, ready to weld in. So I'll start with these sort of two curvy points where it's, so I can get the shape right, and then I'll pull them down to the corners, tack them in the corners, so I get sort of 2 or 3 tacks around here, 4 tacks maybe, and then I'll flip it over and I'll dolly the edges over. Righty, cheers. Got one welded in, I'll just weld the edges of it, and then I'll flip it over and weld the underside and then the corner, and then I can clean that up. And I've got this one all tacked in, I'm just going to weld it in and do the same with that. So I'll be back to you shortly. Right, weld this one. See, I just did these edges. I'll flip it over, I'll weld the back side, and then I'll grind it off, and then I'll hammer and dolly, just make sure it's nice and true. Alrighty, the door is done. All done, cleaned up, round off. All straightened up, ready for high build and primer, and maybe a little body filler or whatever. Alrighty, sweet. Well, I've got the camera here, so this is the one I hadn't quite finished off. Just got a little bit of finishing off, just a little bit of clean up basically. Just make sure that's all straight through there, and I'll double check the inside of it. Righty, so if you're wondering why we cut that corner off, well, we thought we'd finished too, but we discovered just on the inside of that door when we gave it a clean up, we just noticed like a couple of little bubbles there we just didn't pick up when we first did the repair in the centre of that front door. While we did the repair in here. We're just having a second look this morning and noticed there's a few little pinholes in it and it's rusty, so we fixed it. Just about spot on there now. So, go back in here somewhere. Hold that on. And then I'll make that a skin. Alrighty, so that's that bit sorted. Fixed, welded, sprayed some rust kill in there. So I go have some lunch now, watch Marco's podcast, and we'll come back in here, I'll turn it over, I'll weld these two little bits and we'll make that a skin and put it on. Alrighty, cheers. Right, we're going to make this fit in here. Alrighty, so this surprise corner is fixed. So that's, you know what, wasn't super bad in there, the outer skin, but it was definitely going on the inside. And it was just showing some little bubbles, very minute. So we, you know, save a few years down the track having to do it again. So that's done. Now, all the inside's all cleaned up, so it's basically just ready for, you know, any little bits and pieces for final bodywork. You know, how I build, maybe a smear of glazing putty or whatever you want to call it. A wee bit of body filler, not going to be bugger all, just enough to straighten it all back out again. So that's that one we put the big patch in the centre there a while ago, off the driver's door right front. Alrighty, cheers. This is the piece for the front guard or fender. So this is the piece that goes back towards the sill and obviously around the wheel arch. So I'm just going to get this all joined together and get it tidied up before I weld the rest of it on the car. It's a little bit easier to do it here, and I can dress up and behind and clean it up. Well, we got it on there. We didn't get it welded on completely, but it's on there. So yeah, that'll be tomorrow's job. So thanks for watching, guys. That's awesome. So give us a thumbs up or a like. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe and hit that bell for when new content comes out. And if you love this kind of stuff, go watch my brother at Outlaw Ridge, Arco, and my good buddies Jeff and Dave at Sobering Restoration, and another good buddy of mine is Terry Coverman66. So go watch those 3 channels, and yeah, hit that bell, give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Cheers, guys.